The Gather mod allows you to turn any object into a gatherable object. It's a child mod, which means it will modify any object you make a child of it. In this case, it will make it so that you can click on it and gather it. Let's look at the Smobs script. At the top of the script is a message that says it requires a child object. If you try and run the game while it doesn't have a child object, it will generate an error. Next is a Hover Me option. If you hover your cursor over the words Hover Me, it will show you some useful information. It says, this Smob will not work properly if child object contains a rigid body component. Next we have the user prefs. Visible at startup allows you to choose whether or not you want the object visible in the game world or not at the start of the game. Gathering time determines how long it takes to gather the object in seconds. End action determines whether or not you want to delete the object when it's been collected, or just disable it so that it can't be seen. If you decide to destroy it, then it can't be re-enabled. If you want to re-enable it at some point, you need to choose the Disable option. Re-enable wait time determines how long before the item reappears after it's been gathered. Next we have the Interaction section. Interaction type determines what the cursor looks like when it hovers over the object. Interaction max distance determines how close you have to be to the object in order to gather it. Show interaction distance gives you a visual representation of the interaction distance in your scene view. Out of range text is the text that will be displayed on screen if you try and use the object while too far away. There are two events. Gathered happens anytime gathering is completed. Respawned happens anytime the object becomes visible. How about a demonstration? I created a pile of wood that we want to be able to collect. All I did was scale and rotate 3 cylinders and then place them in an empty game object that I named Wood Pile. I also assigned the steel rusted material to them. Let's turn the wood pile into something that we can gather or collect. I'll drop a Gather mod into my scene and make sure it's positioned where the wood pile is, which should be at World Center. Since the Gather mod is a child mod, I need to make the wood pile a child of the Gather mod. To do that, I'll simply drag the wood pile object onto the GatherMod object. If I click on play, we should be able to gather up the wood.